Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to take a look at the information that was explained in Chapter 4, Section 4.4 of your textbook, which deals with preparing deposit slips and the proper way of doing that. So there's a couple important concepts that I want to highlight from this section. First of all, deposit slips are what you use whenever you're depositing any type of funds into your checking account. And when I talk about funds, they can be checks, it can be cash, it can be coins, your change. All of that can be deposited into a checking account. Now, whenever you open your checking account, along with checks, you're going to receive a series of pre-printed deposit forms. And so there's some information that needs to be filled out whenever you are doing deposit forms. So I just want to highlight some of those, and I have my example here so you can kind of follow along with me. First thing you're going to fill out is the date. As you notice here, your name and address, all that information is already generally pre-printed when you receive your series of deposit tickets. But here you're going to go ahead and you'll write the date that you're having the funds deposited. The next thing that you go ahead and add is if you're depositing any currency. So sometimes you may just be depositing currency. Sometimes you're depositing currency in checks. Sometimes you're just depositing checks. But in this example, we're doing all three just to kind of clarify a little bit. But you need to add how much cash you are depositing. It doesn't matter if it's two $100 bills, if it's in 20s, 10s, 5s, 1s, the denominations that you're depositing doesn't matter. What matters is the total amount. Also, too, if you're depositing any type of coin, you need to include that in there as well. 50 cents, 60 cents, whatever the case may be. Again, it doesn't matter the denomination that you're depositing. What matters is the total amount. Then we're going to go ahead and you would list any checks that are being deposited. As I said, sometimes you just have checks being deposited, no currency. That's absolutely fine. It just depends on what you have and what you're depositing. So here I gave two examples of checks. They were both for $150. So then what happens is the very next thing that you need to fill out is the total. So you add all your cash and checks together. So all cash, all checks to get your total. Once you have the total, if you're taking any money out of that deposit, I know that it seems kind of odd because we have 200, but we're taking 300 out. Again, this is for illustrative purposes. Normally, you just wouldn't put that on the currency because you're keeping it. But for this example, let's say you're going to take out $300. So you have a total of $500.50. You're going to go ahead and take out $300 in cash. So you go ahead, that comes out. So actually your net deposit or the total amount of your full deposit is really $200.50. So the next thing that you would sign is that you are going to be taking out money from you're going to receive cash from this deposit. So actually you're going ahead and you're going to put your signature here. If, for example, you were just depositing checks, not taking any cash whatsoever, or you weren't taking any money and we were putting all this into the deposit, the actual $500.50, you would not need to sign this. You only sign it when you're taking actual cash from a deposit. And in this video, we highlighted how to prepare deposit slips correctly.